Welcome to another edition of the Sports Edition presented by Up and Level Productions. It's your boy Fabito alongside the Black Obi-Wan and Hype Man OV. Always opinionated, never a second guess. But we got breaking news. So before we do anything, breaking news: Tom Thibodeau of formerly of the New York Knicks, was let go earlier Tuesday as we're shooting this show today. Guys, quick reaction.
I'm not surprised.
Very surprised and disappointed. I mean, why was you surprised? I mean, why was you not surprised? Because I'm surprised you're not surprised.
It's New York, so I'm not surprised that they fired a head coach that was good. I'm not surprised that they overreacted because that's what they do. So no, I wasn't surprised. But however, I will like to say that Thibodeau did need to take some licks because he made me feel like the bench was trash. And then when DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet came out, I was kind of wondering, like, why weren't they always? Because they were able to hold, maintain, and sometimes extend leads when they were out there. And it was like you had veterans on on the team. Like, you had good veterans in the bench. Why are we waiting till the game 4 when we're already down to like bring this out? Like, he played he played his starters for too long, but still. Commendations to the Knicks for being able to play those starters for like 40 minutes for like 2 rounds straight. Really goes to show how really good they really were. But yeah, I'm not surprised Thibodeau got snatched up.
I'm surprised from a history standpoint because the last time the Knicks was relevant was when they had the head coach. I forgot his name. They used to head coach the Atlanta Hawks, and that's when he was coaching Carmelo at the time. And that was the last time the Knicks was somewhat relevant. So when they fired.
Was it Woodson?
There you go. That's Mike Woodson.
The bull guy, right, with the beard?
Yep, to him. Once they fired him, the Knicks has never been relevant since they got Tibbs. So to me, I thought that they were learning their lesson from that history because between Tibbs and Woodson, all head coaches have been a minus for the Knicks. So the fact that you fire him is a surprise to me. The fact that you got him on this roster where it's like the first year with Mikal Bridges and Cat. It's like, why you didn't give him time to grow? I mean, he made the Knicks relevant for what they are. They got to Eastern Conference. As far as roster construction, that's to me, I blame the top office for. I don't blame much the head coach for roster construction. So I blame more because Tibbs is not the one that gave up 5 first-round pick for Mikal Bridges. That was the front office. So, but I think that. If they're gonna move on, it's gonna most likely be Mike Malone. I think he's gonna be the favorite to be their next head coach. So
before we get into the future, we'll get there in a second. So the New York Knicks issued a statement announcing the fire of the head coach Tom Thibodeau, citing the desire to move in a different direction to pursue a championship. Knicks president Leon Rose stated the decision was made to focus on a championship and felt a new voice was needed. Even after the team reached the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years.
So go. All right. Oh, okay, I was going to say go from what you were saying from there, but.
All right, so the NBA Finals are set, and we have OKC Thunder versus Indiana Pacers starting on this Thursday. But first, let's focus on the losers of the conference finals. And before we go, because we kind of got our little licks in with the Knicks, let's start with Minnesota because I'm really hyped to hear what everybody has to say about this one.
I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, whoa. I was surprised it was a blowout. Also, as well, I was like, damn. I'm not gonna put a lot of. I know a lot of people probably did put a lot of things on Ant, but again, Ant's young, and which is why I don't like to put so much on young players so early because like when this happens, then it's like people are ready to snatch it back as soon as they gave it to him, and it's like let's hold off and give it to them first. Let them do something first. Let them prove themselves for real first, and then we could give them all these honors and accolades. But when we do this early on, and then they can't, reach the mountaintop, and it's like, well, what can you say? Like Ant's play was bad. Like he did play. Unexcusable. So did Julius Randle. I'm not going to take it away from him. He also did have some stinkers this whole series, but
so does he have some responsibility or
and hold some responsibility? I'm not going to put it all on him.
You said none at all.
No. Like okay. I'm not going to put. I'm not going to be like it was all Ant's fault because it was like a lot was put on. A lot of
Okay.
So pressure was put on Ant early. He didn't need to. He didn't need to have.
Okay.
That's what I feel like.
But the reason why I kind of slightly disagree with you is why I'm not saying he gets full responsibility, but he gets a lot of responsibility of it. It's because he's one of the face of the team. He's a superstar of the league, and he's expected a lot more for somebody who the way he plays and his personality, like the way he is, and the way you start off the first 2 rounds attacking LeBron, attacking the second round where they played Golden State, well, without Steph, but he pressed. You know what I'm saying? So that style disappeared third round. Now, I will say, moving forward with Anthony Edwards is, I think you need to focus on your mid-range game and your post-up. I think you should need to go see Michael Jordan during the offseason. Go get training by Michael Jordan and work on your mid-range game, and then go get training from Akeem Olajuwon to work on your footwork and post. You work on those 2, best believe you'll be unstoppable. And I think that and tweak the system a little bit as far as trying to not having you with the ball all the time. And add those to your game, I think that you'll come a long way of just exiting the second round of the Western Conference of the NBA playoffs. So on you, Ant.
I think Ant needs help, and I think Rudy Gobert. I think Rudy Gobert needs to be part of the trade somehow. But it's not my opinion, not my care. So something I do actually care about is the city of New York City, and boy, were we reckless and wild because we won the second round and got to the Eastern Conference Finals. But they lost. They already got rid of the coach as of today. What's next? What should we do?
I mean, since we're already over-exaggerating firing coaches, let's just trade people, too, as well. Let's trade to get Giannis. Like, we're already over-exaggerating. Let's just over-exaggerate some more, right? And let's package Cat, Josh Hart, Miles McBride, and let's go ahead and get Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and win, because who's in the East? For real. The Celtics are without Tatum, still trying to figure it out. The Heat are kaputs. The Cavs, who knows? Like, the East is wide open. If you want to win, you already lost. Your opportunity to win again is right now. Get past the Pacers in the second round. I'm pretty sure Giannis would help you do that. And boom, Knicks are champions. Easy. What we did with thinking the Cat? Come on, we already knew he was soft. He's not going to change. He's still making sophomore mistakes as a vet. And just even to put it with to bring it back to Julius, this was the Cat I was expecting. The stump fouls, the silly fouls, all this, like, it could not stop. The running, and even Reggie Miller had said it. I wish somebody would just step out in front of Cat and take a charge. He's not even looking when he goes to the basket. And every single player you look, Cat just stupidly charged to the basket. He's still making mistakes as a vet that he used to make in his sophomore year. Still, to this day. That's not changing. So, if we overreacted, we're going to fire Tom Thibodeau. That's, as Hype Man said, a good Hall of Fame coach. If we overreact, then let's overreact some more. Why not? Why not? What are we going to do? Go back with the same team? The Pacers got their number. The Pacers have their number.
Yeah, these guys go. I heard from trading out Cat to trade out Mikal Bridges.
Actually, with that.
We overreacting. Let's overreact.
Yeah, you guys.
Might as well. Might as well.
I was saying earlier that most likely they're going to get Mike Malone to be the next head coach. Now, as far as roster construction, that's not coaching responsibility. That goes to the organization. I think that they just need to add more depth because, one, taking everything you just said about the East, I'm like, the Knicks are better than Milwaukee, so you don't need Giannis. And then now they don't got Dame, so Milwaukee's weak, even with Giannis on the team. Like you said, the Heat is out. Boston lost Tatum. So the East
Pacers.
is only
Pacers have your number.
If you add depth, but we beat them. I think it's not like they beat us in the whole season either. They outplay better in the playoffs, but they didn't kill us in the season. All you gotta do is add depth. We lost at depth. That's why I felt like we lost that. When we lost game 1 for about 20 points. If you add depth to that team, and I'm not saying the players that's on the roster now, that from your PJ Tucker to what's the name with that? Shrimp. Get better. All you gotta do Tim Shaman.
All right.
To me, if you can get a bench that resembles a starting lineup, because man, you can go a long way with a deep bench that could look like a starting lineup when they come in the game. I mean, if the Knicks can pull off with something like that in the Eastern Conference, you just kind of list it off.
No overreacting.
That's why I said I think y'all overreacting.
That's a good thought because that is true. I do think the East is very, very weak.
Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Now let's preview this great finals. Who do we have to win it all?
OKC.
Sweep. I got Oklahoma as a sweep.
Gentleman sweep.
I got a gentleman sweep. You got 4-1.
So
yeah, I got
pretty
OKC
much
sweeping.
I got a gentleman
sweep. I think it's going to be OKC.
I'm not saying, I mean, like you say, I mean, maybe some games might be a blowout. I think the game's going to be competitive because I'm not saying Indiana. I'm not disrespecting Indiana by saying a sweep. I think they will make it competitive because they're a young team. But I just think that Oklahoma's playing on another level. They're playing as a 68 winning team. So I think, you know, from top to bottom, from every roster position, OKC checks off the box. Defensively, OKC checks off the box. SGA, Halliburton, Oklahoma checks off the box. So that's why I think it's going to be a sweep. I'm not, again, no disrespect to Indiana. Congratulations to Indiana Pacers. But I think Oklahoma is just too big.
I agree. I think Indiana's good enough to take one game, maybe 2, maybe 6, but I really do think it's probably OKC in 5.
I think OKC is in 6. I think the issue I have in saying that is, again, Carlisle's a better coach. He's a better coach than Finch. I just think coaching matters in the playoffs. Coaching matters a lot in the playoffs, especially how you adjust. But
did you not see what they did to Minnesota?
I get it. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. We're going to switch over to the majors. Now, where you have to beat the teams that you meet. Okay. So we know you have to beat the teams that you're scheduled against. The New York Yankees are leading the majors right now, 21-13 against teams that are over 500. Some notable teams like the LA Dodgers are 26 with a 10-9 record. The Tampa Bay Rays are surprising me when I saw this with a record of 17-14, but that's second place. So the Yankees are kind of blowing it away right now. Yankees begin a homestand that has them seeing the Cleveland Guardians, in my opinion, also the toughest opponent in the American League, and the Boston Red Sox too. And also, in my opinion, still the best rivalry in sports.
Yankees-Red Sox rivalry is one of the most intense rivalries in the history of the MLB. Spanning over 120 MLB seasons, the clash between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox keeps fans thrilled. Games between the Yankees and Red Sox are always heated and often feel like more than just baseball. They're battles that fans impatiently wait for. The two teams have met multiple times in crucial postseason.
The Yankees in good shape? And are the Yankees-Red Sox still a thing in sports?
No, I know I'm a little bit more baseball, but as you can see, even though you rattle off them stats, but he forgot to. I'm a Yankee fan, but he forgot to say that the Dodgers took the Yankees two games out of the 3, so and one of them was a blowout, right? So I know those stats tell a story, but like I said last week, brother, we into June, and the Dodgers could go on a 15-game, 16-game, 20-game winning streak, right? That's common in baseball for teams to go on or for in this case in baseball, you play as a series. You see how the Yankees and Dodgers play, and the Dodgers took 2 out of 3. As long as you win your series, them wins are going to mount up. So that's why I say let's see what happens June, July, and August. It's funny when you mentioned Tampa Bay being up there. Here's the thing about Tampa Bay while I started chuckling. They play good because they're in warm weather, but then when it gets summertime, that's when they start diving. So Tampa Bay always start off good, but then come towards July and August, for some reason, they're one team that plays in the heat that starts off in the heat and they start nose diving. So I don't have too much faith in Tampa Bay. As far as the rivalry question, the answer is hell no. When was the last time this has been a thing? Last time to me it's been a thing was when it was like the Pedro Martinez and the Zimmerman thing, right? Or maybe with the A-Rod. Right, with A-Rod, and that was how many years ago? So when you say, is that rivalry still alive? I'm going to just disagree with you, Thurman. No, that rivalry died a long time ago. The Boston and Red Sox is not a thing anymore. Unless both teams are winning and they go to the playoffs and dirty shit start happening. Because you know how baseball, you start throwing the ball at batters the next you have a fight, then I can see the rivalry coming back. But one team is good, one team is bad. Nah, there's no rivalry.
Has there ever been a rivalry?
Yes, Boston and Red Sox. You better YouTube that. And one of the, but
Okay.
but this
now,
was
which team is the Boston Red Sox are horrible, so that's not really a rivalry.
It's not really a rivalry. It's like when they play each other, it's not like, oh, you know.
Yankees just smack them up.
Right now, the Subway Series get more hype than when Boston, if Boston came over here or Boston go up to Fenway. It's not like what it used to be.
Yankees, it'll be over.
In the playoffs?
No, I'm saying right now.
It's a long season.
All right, now it's time for our favorite segment of the week. Hype Man's Trivia.
Guys, let's get hype for Hype Man's Trivia. So, guys, I got some 2 NBAs and 1 NFL. I switched it up a little bit because, it was hard to find
this. Like enthusiasm.
Huh? Yeah, I'm trying not to scream into the mic. Nah, when you scream into the mic, it does get... some people do watch this with headphones on. I watched last week's episode with headphones on. They came to a part where Matt started screaming. I had to put my headphones on. So I'm trying not to scream into the mic. All right, guys, ready for question number 1. This is simple. Name 3 NFL teams with names written in their logos. 3 NFL teams with names written in their logo. Name those teams.
The name written in the logo?
Yep.
Jets.
Jets is 1.
Giants?
No. Giants is New York.
Niners.
No. It's a word they name. Niners is not a word. That's just a number. Yep. It's obvious.
The name is the logo.
Browns?
No. There's no. That's just the color.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, there's no.
Then you put the name.
Nope. Jets is 1. Think like exactly how you thought. Jets. See how it says Jets? Come on, man.
Steelers?
Steelers is 2.
Right. Okay.
One more is obvious. I thought this was easy.
So the name is the logo, basically, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the Star Steelers and that's the name.
That's what I'm trying to look.
Jets have the Jets with the
Steelers,
Jets like that. Yeah.
What the fuck is?
This was obvious. It's only 3 teams. I thought this would be easy, fellas. Oh my god! I'm pretty sure they already got it in the comments, but y'all let me know if y'all ready.
No. Because
it's in your division. No.
In his division.
The Broncos.
No, it's in your division. I think they're in your division now because they moved up to. They are the. Come on, guys.
Commanders.
No, I said they're in this division. It is the Raiders. The answer was the Raiders. It says Raiders right in it. Says Raiders right on top of their thing, and with their thing.
I was thinking Raiders, but then I'm like, no, isn't it like a freaking Raider, like a guy?
And it says Raiders on top with the word, with the guy. All right, guys.
That's a good one.
Name every NBA teams with 2 eyes in their logo.
NBA team?
Yep, with 2 eyes in their logo. There are 5 teams.
Indiana Pacers.
No.
2 eyes and
eyes.
Oh,
eyes. That's why I did this.
The Bulls.
Yes, Bulls is 1.
All right.
So why you just think of?
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Oh, one only has one eye because it's on the side profile. I was gonna say the Spurs.
Spurs have an animal? I just see Spurs. Bulls, come on, Hawks. Hawks only got 1 eye because they're looking face. Like they look.
Yeah, you gotta think about that.
So think of logo. Basically, they're looking right at you. Bulls is looking right at you.
The Hornets.
Hornets is another one.
Yes, that is right. The Hornets. No, the Timberwolves.
That's 2. Bulls, Hornets.
I don't think that will look at you. Timberwolves, no, right? Not the Timberwolves, right?
No.
Oh, right.
I think they changed their logo to Wolves now. It's just their word.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they took out the Timber.
Right.
Well, they took out the actual wolf. Is what I'm saying. So now it's Wolves.
No.
So Bulls and Hornets. So think of animals that's facing to you. So Hornets is 1. Bulls. The Grizzlies.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There you go. That's 3. 2 more.
Wait, there's 5?
Yep, that's 5.
Whew.
Grizzlies, Bulls, and Hornets. There's 2 more.
Toronto don't got a logo. Right?
Nah, there's a claw now. They're clawing a ball.
So.
Their Raptors gone a long time ago. That was like
the Hawks. Oh yeah, the Hawks. You said the Hawks logo they changed.
Yeah, the Hawks. No, the Hawks logo got a hawk, but it's only 1 eye facing straight. Side profile. So Grizzlies, Bulls, Hornets. Let me know, guys. I know we're on a time limit.
Oh man.
And the 2 final answers are the Bucks and the Pelicans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you put those logos up, you'll see. Ready?
Yeah.
Last one. Name 3 NBA teams that does not, their logos or their name does not, well, not their logos, but their name does not exist. 3 NBA teams.
What's a Knick?
Huh?
What's a Knick?
No, that's actually a thing. I forgot. I looked it up. Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, Knickerbocker is actually a thing.
So
there's 3 NBA teams that if you look at their names, they do not exist. There's 3 of them. I think the third one's going to be hard. But I figured you guys get the first 2. They're all in the East, by the way.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier.
Okay.
So I guess you're going to have to go crazy.
Cavalier.
No, the Cavaliers. There was a real Cavalier. Cavalier's real. But come on, it's in the East, so just
Magic.
Yeah, what's a Magic? Magic is one. What's a Magic? Wait, would you do Magic? I'll do Magic. You do Magic?
But Magic is a thing that can be done.
No, there's no such thing.
Somebody comes in like, I'm doing Magic today. I'm doing a magic trick. That's a thing.
Come on, man. We all watch that show. That's just yeah. We all watched that show where the guy with the mask kind of like broke the rules. So it's like that. So no, Magic do not exist. Nah, Pacers are the thing. If you look it up, Pacers is actually something. Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought it'd be obvious. They're all in the East. You got the Nets is actually Nets of the Nets hang from a Celtics. That was the hardest one.
Oh really?
Yes. What's this? Celtics is, I looked it up. It's actually Celtics is not a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Celtics is something. So
right,
that's
so
2.
Team in the
wow.
right?
So that's the hardest one. So
really?
the two out there was easy. So the Magic and the last one is, wow, I'm surprised the one that was the hardest you got.
Okay.
Magic, Celtics, and what is a Wizard? There you go. There are no Wizards. So the Magic, Wizards, and the Celtics is the answer.
Mythologically, there is.
Come on, man. Well, I love Yu-Gi-Oh, but there's no Wizards.
So I hope you guys are playing along on this one. I hope you guys enjoying it. Now it's on to the Black Obi-Wan's Force Picks.
Oh yeah.
We went back to 500.
Yeah, we back because I realized too, I really do miss the old players. I really do miss the Stephs. I miss the Brawns. I miss the KDs because I miss the consistency of like, all right, you're gonna get 25 tonight no matter what. These guys don't do that. So with that being said, SGA has to pass the ball. So SGA for 6 assists tonight, Thursday night. Lock it in. Gamble responsibly, 21 or older, and we are not responsible for anything you do. We just told you to pick it. I just told you to pick it.
All right, moving on to quick shots real quick. Halliburton gets gas, thinking he won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP award when it actually went to Pascal Siakam. Did the writers get it right?
I thought it also was going to Halliburton. I ain't gonna lie. I think Halliburton had some games where it was kind of like up to him for the most part to win, with the exception of like a game 1 when Nembhard was the one that really went crazy with the 5. But I feel like Halliburton was the one we would talk about. I mean, yeah, Siakam had like those, I think 2 games when he had 30. It was like, it was cool. But like Siakam had that triple double. Then he had the game winning shot. I felt like it was him the whole time, but I guess not. I don't know. I'm not like I cared anyway. You know what I mean? I think the award is dumb. I think Eastern Conference Player of the Year. Like, come on.
I think y'all both gonna be surprised at what my answer is gonna be.
You agree with it?
I really don't give a damn about the Eastern Conference MVP or the Western Conference. First of all, those trophies came out since 2022, so it's not like it's a thing. 2 is like, what, we're gonna start doing MVPs in every goddamn series of the playoffs? I don't understand the meaning of Eastern Conference and Western Conference MVP. I think that's just dumb.
That's crazy.
The only 2 MVPs I acknowledge would be the season and the NBA Finals, because the Finals, even though that's a series, but that's the Finals. That's the grandest stage of them all. That's where the best of the best, you show out your game. And if you're the best player, that's where you get your MVP. But Eastern Conference and Western Conference MVP, like, what are we doing? Like, we're just giving out trophies for everything now. So I personally don't care. I think the trophy's overrated to me.
All right, it was reported that Cooper Flagg received around $28 million in NIL. Is this a trend or the exception?
It's a trend because inflation.
I was gonna say.
I didn't think of it that way.
So you think money's gonna go back down?
That's
no.
a fact.
Whatever that money is set, that's the ball.
He was like a lock.
But yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
that's what I'm saying. Is that a blip on the screen because of who it is?
I feel it'll be a trend for players of Cooper Flag's ability and stature. That'll be the trend for them to make this much money because they should. If you're that good and you're in college, you're the one bringing all the attention to your college program and all your stuff. You should be getting all that money. Kudos to you. Get your money. So I do think it'll be the trend for like you play. And I think it'll just increase. I think you'll see the college women basketball one grow as well and all that stuff. Yeah, I think it's really good.
Kids,
get their money.
Get paid for what your talent is worth. So yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with him getting 28 million. You should have got 38. I mean, if 28 was a little bit.
I mean, coming into the NBA already with 28 million.
Okay, then his family's cool, but he played for Duke. So I look at that more important than the $28 million because you playing for Duke gets put eyeballs on you. So to me, you can get if you got $28 million and you're playing for some no-name school, then who's Cooper Flag? But he played on Duke, so I think that's more important than the $28 million. He got clout for playing on a big school. That's a well-known school.
And that leads me to our new addition for retake. Timing is everything. So just when you think that you have everything locked down, poof, timing, you just happen to be in the wrong time in the wrong space. If LeBron James, and this is what we were saying, LeBron James was 17 and he was thinking about going into school or choosing between the NBA because at that time he had that option. But he went to the NBA because he knew he could make that money and he had the size and yada, yada, yada. The history you guys know. If you don't, Google it. But timing. What happens now? Let's say if LeBron came out in this generation. He had an affinity for Coach K. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he did go to Duke. I think he would have probably been making twice as much as the $28 million. And then what was the incentive to go to the NBA? So it's all about timing there. Thibodeau. This just could be what happened in Golden State.
Somebody came through and took him to the next level. Oh,
exactly. So
Mark Malone.
It's all about timing. And
I see Mike Malone as a good NBA, as a you know what I'm saying. Like when I hear Mike Malone, I still think of Mike Malone as a Knicks coach. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He's a good coach. But I feel like the Knicks, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you like the Knicks are almost as if the coach has to be Hall of Fame or at least a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's an NBA winning.
Yeah, but Mike Malone's.
At the end of the day, what I'm really trying to say is, no matter what you try to do, no matter what you're going in sports, you also have to keep in mind it's all about timing. Sometimes it's just not the right space for you. It's not the right time for you. You don't need to be at that particular position at that time. So whenever, keep your head up, keep it at it, and then keep doing your thing. With the New York Knicks, I wish you the best, Tibbs, because you turned the laughing stock into, even I was rooting for them. Like, I'm a casual NBA fan, but
I hated the Knicks.
Went hardcore.
I hated the Knicks.
So kudos to you and also to Leon Rose. But Leon, you got some explaining to do. But that's neither here or there because the timing isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking about timing, that's all the time we have for today's show. Tell the good folks where we can find you at.
Black Obi-Wan on Twitter.
Hi_OV. You can find me everywhere on social media.
And you already know at Up and Level Productions. So until the next time, please stay up and peace. Yo, peace and blessings. Thank you for watching Up and Level. This is your boy Thibodeau. If you like this show, you like the sports edition, like, comment, subscribe, get involved. Peace.